A brand new season of Gold Rush premieres this month. The Discovery Channel reality show debuted in 2010, and viewers have basically watched Parker Schnabel grow up on screen. He reveals why he's concerned about his future in mining. Keep reading to find out what the future holds for him. There is a lot of untapped gold in Canada and the Haines, Alaska area. Gold Rush features competing bosses, including Parker Schnabel and Tony Beats, mining gold for profit. Competition between the miners and the odds of striking it rich make the show must-see TV, and new season kicks off on Friday, November 7, with higher stakes than ever. The gold miners have their biggest goal yet of $100 million. Will they reach it or be forced to sell their equipment and call it quits? Parker Schnabel had a disappointing season 15. His goal was to mine $15 million in gold. But frozen ground and other issues kept him from achieving that. He lowered his expectations after falling short of his goal. He's back for redemption in season 16. He spoke to TV Insider ahead of the season premiere. The outlet reported that Parker Schnabel spent over $100,000 per day in the new season in an attempt to meet an even higher goal than last season. Going into the season, there was definitely a lot of anticipation whether we were going to actually be able to get our production up on step where it needs to be to find that 10,000 ounces a season. That is a lot of gold. It's a lot of work to get that done, he told the outlet. That process was taking a bit longer than we had hoped, he added. Parker Schnabel started in the mining industry when he was a teenager. He's seen the industry have highs and lows over the years. He opened up to TV Insider about why he's concerned about the future of mining and his career. He said that it was a difficult industry because the miners never know which way the government is going to go when it comes to approving permits. We're treated the exact same. That's difficult because you would think if I do the right things, they would treat me better, right? That seems only right. That's not the way it's going where they're indiscriminate. That creates confusion and lack of clarity, he said. The Gold Rush star added, the lack of clarity from the government is really difficult. You see it from Donald Trump and all over the place. Parker Schnabel continued, it's a challenge to spend as much money as you possibly can a lot of the time. It's hard to do that and keep those budgets up when you don't know what the future has in store for it. Eventually, this all puts us out of business at some point in the future, he said about his fears for the future of mining. If the mining industry and gold rush come to an end, he has no regrets. It has been a wonderful journey. I've enjoyed every bit of it. Some of it has been tough, but I've always had very good people on my side. I got extremely lucky a whole bunch of times. I'm very grateful for that because there is a lot of opportunity for it to go wrong. It has been a lot of fun. I'd do it all again in a heartbeat, he said. Don't miss the 2-hour Gold Rush season 16 premiere on Friday, November 7, at 8 p.m. Eastern on the Discovery Channel. The wind sweeps across the Klondike, scattering flecks of golden dust against the steel of machinery. It's another long day on Gold Rush, and Parker Schnabel stands at the edge of his claim, watching the horizon. The engines roar below him, but his mind is far away. Not on today's gold count, not on the rock face ahead, but on what lies beyond the next few years. The once celebrated golden dream of the Yukon now feels like it's slowly slipping away. The rush that once brought hundreds of miners to the frozen north has evolved into something much harder to sustain, not just financially, but environmentally and emotionally. For Parker Schnabel, the man who became the face of modern gold mining before he even turned 25, the thrill of the chase has been replaced with a sobering reality. The future of mining might not be as bright as the nuggets they dig for. The weight of Legacy Parker's story has always been rooted in legacy. As a teenager, He inherited his grandfather John Schnabel's Big Nugget Mine, a place filled with both memories and expectations. He worked relentlessly, transforming a small family claim into a massive mining operation known across the world through the Gold Rush series. Millions watched him rise from a determined kid in muddy boots to a seasoned mine boss commanding fleets of heavy equipment across Alaska, the Yukon, and beyond. But with growth came awareness. As the seasons progressed, Parker's focus shifted from simply getting more gold to questioning what that gold truly meant. Each year brought new challenges: rising fuel costs, stricter environmental regulations, and dwindling ground worth mining. The gold was still there, but harder to find, deeper underground, and buried beneath layers of bureaucracy and climate change. For Parker, mining had once symbolized freedom, the idea that hard work could literally dig wealth out of the earth. Now it's a fight against time, nature, and the changing world economy. Shrinking gold frontier, the golden frontier that lured generations northward, is no longer what it was. Parker has seen firsthand the transformation of the industry from rugged adventure to high-stakes corporate grind. In earlier seasons, each claim brought excitement: new land, new hopes, and new rewards. But today's miners must navigate a labyrinth of permits, leases, and environmental restrictions. Parker has voiced concern that small miners, the very soul of Gold Rush, are being squeezed out. Modern mining demands big money, heavy machines, and large crews. For the dreamers who once packed a shovel and a sluice box, the door is closing. He often reflects on how the balance between nature and ambition has shifted. Gold mining has always been invasive, but the planet's patience is wearing thin. Climate patterns have become unpredictable. Wildfires and floods affect access routes. Melting permafrost disrupts once stable terrain. For Parker, the real treasure isn't just gold anymore, it's sustainability. The price of progress: every ounce of gold comes at a price. Diesel fuels the dozers, excavators, and wash plants that chew through thousands of yards of pay dirt daily. With oil prices climbing, the cost of operations skyrockets. Parker's crews have learned to work smarter, upgrading to more fuel-efficient machinery, recycling water, and reducing environmental footprint wherever possible. Yet, he knows that these are stopgaps. The planet is changing faster than mining technology can adapt. The tension between profit and preservation gnaws at him. It's no longer about whether gold can be found, it's whether it should be. How much land can be stripped before it becomes irreversible? How much carbon can be burned for the sake of an ounce of metal? For a man whose life revolves around earth and machines, this question feels deeply personal. His success has been built on the same system he now questions, and that realization fuels both his concern and his determination to find a better way. Generational divide within the Gold Rush world. Parker represents a new generation of miners, ambitious, tech-driven, and globally aware. Yet, even with his innovation and grit, he faces an uphill battle against traditions that resist change. Older miners, like Tony Beats, represent the raw, untamed spirit of the early days, where breaking rules meant breaking ground. Parker, however, carries a quieter conscience. His generation grew up in the shadow of environmental awareness. He knows that the public eye is watching more critically than ever. Mining isn't just a livelihood anymore, it's a statement. Every decision he makes, every river diverted or forest cleared, can ignite debate, and Parker has found himself torn between respect for the old ways and the urgency of new realities. Future written in dust in recent seasons, Parker has expanded beyond the traditional boundaries of the Yukon, exploring mining opportunities in South America and other parts of the world. The decision wasn't driven by greed, but by curiosity and necessity. The best ground in the north is running out, and diversification might be the only way forward. But venturing abroad brought a new perspective. He saw how local communities struggled with mining's impact: polluted rivers, displaced wildlife, and social tensions. He also witnessed incredible resilience. Small-scale miners finding innovative, eco-friendly ways to extract gold using less toxic method encounters shook him. He began to envision a future where mining could coexist with sustainability, a balance that seemed impossible during the early days of gold rush. But achieving it requires sacrifice and vision, two things he's never shied away from. From gold to GRI recently, Parker has spoken more openly about integrating environmental solutions into his operations. He's invested in water treatment systems and explored renewable energy sources to power his camps. He has also expressed interest in reclamation, restoring mined land to natural or usable conditions after extraction is complete. For him, the ultimate test of success might not be measured in ounces of gold, but in acres of land brought back to life. It's a revolutionary mindset for a show built on competition and profit, but it may be the only way the industry survives. As younger generations lose interest in mining, preferring technology and digital ventures, Parker knows the torch is growing dim. The challenge now is to make mining meaningful again, not just profitable.